I have to confess to being very tired, and I'm still fasting. Hopefully, my blood sugar will be lower, and I can be a little bit more healthy. Yesterday, I was on with Joe, and we had a disagreement. He believes that Tim Pool presents fear porn, and I believe that he states most of the things that he has stated. I absolutely agree with. 100. If it was possible to be 110%, it would be. I agree with probably 95 to 90% of the things that he says. Maybe a few of the things I don't. And you can call that confirmation bias. But I think he says true things about the establishment elites. There was another disaffected podcast, which Joe didn't like at all either. But I find interesting within our cultural war, our cultural differences. The one thing now, if you want to participate in much of our established activities, you have to side with the establishment and get the vaccine. I just talked to a person that runs a basketball league saying that he lost over 50% of the people who he was trying to apply, and they were saying they would not cooperate with that. They don't believe in getting the vaccine, so they will not deal with it. But this right now is affecting us. And not only are we forced to get it, but it seems like we cannot talk or ask questions about it. From what I know, and I certainly could be wrong, I'm open to any kind of like difference of opinion, or even different, like if I have any facts wrong, but it's a leaky virus, or a leaky vaccine, and it's not foolproof like I guess the measles or the mumps vaccines are, or the polio vaccine. It's not. It doesn't cure you of that disease. And I don't know the history of leaky viruses. There are people who said that George Washington demanded that people in his regiment get vaccinated for smallpox. There is some evidence that this is effective. And the people that believe that it is effective should want to hear information, and we should have discussion and debate about what is the best solution. Even if these laws are still in place. Now, some people, they don't care. They believe that you don't lose your freedoms because of a virus, and herd mentality that is for animals, not human beings. There are similarities between human beings and animals. They're mammals, and sometimes we get infected, and maybe the best thing to do is to get the vaccine to stop the spread. We live in a society. is also the wearing of masks. Is it effective? How effective is it? Last year, we saw the normalization of riots and the defaming of law enforcement. And I guess, and I could be wrong on this, but Joe, I guess, felt that wasn't an issue or a big enough issue. And he went to a BLM rally and he saw the Stepford type of behavior. He saw the cult-like behavior that was being exhibited amongst those groups. And now I guess he claims that I'm listening to fear porn and I'm preaching, perhaps, fear porn. YouTube and social media companies censor in one direction because they believe they have one truth. People believe that they have a monopoly on the truth. Brian Stelter has said freedom of speech does not mean freedom of reach. Which kind of means he wants you to limit how far your information can be told if he believes it to be wrong. And is he a person to dictate that? Has he made no mistakes? Because I'm certain CNN has made a number of mistakes, and I've said this before. CNN as a news program has certainly changed, and the behavior has certainly changed. They seem to lecture a lot more. They seem to be sanctimonious. And there are certain news programs they cover, and there are certain ones they don't. And they don't necessarily have dissenting opinions, less and less. And then on top of that, I think they have lobbyists to try to censor people because they don't want to be under any scrutiny. They believe they know what is best and right for everyone. And that's what we're under today. People who believe that they know what is right for everyone. And they know what the best solution is. And your questions and your thoughts, and it feels like your mind is not necessarily welcome. Get the jab, defund the police, and if the police are seen on camera making an arrest and it looks bad, basically side with the suspect. If the person ends up dying in custody, we have to side with them, and actually there shouldn't even be due process. And if you're defending yourself and you're on the wrong side, you're guilty. You don't deserve any money for your trial. They should take away your bank account. All these new systems to get you money quicker into your bank account, they have restrictions. And if they consider you part of a hate speech group, then you get no money, and they are the ones that decide. So there is no culture war. There is no civil war, in Joey's opinion. I look at the evidence. We may not be in a civil war like a violent aspect, but there's an economic element to this. And people want you to think a certain way. And if you don't think the way they want you to think, there will be punishment. And, if you think a certain way, you have to keep certain thoughts to yourself. So, is this a free society? Those of you who get out in it, do you believe that this is a free society? Or is this a punishing society? I used to believe that we were born free, but I don't believe that anymore. We're born dependent, and we even die dependent. If we don't get help at times, we will perish. If we don't have cooperation, we'll perish. And having open and honest discussion in a society where human beings are dependent is healthy. Those that don't have that turn not to be a healthy society. I'll delve more into it and some of the games that are being played right now. But as of now, I'm going to end the show. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and visit our website at transparencyandmerit.com. Thank you for listening.